Hello everyone, I'm Urs Recher, photographer and consultant at broncolor.
Hi, I'm Karl Taylor, photographer and photography instructor.
Welcome Karl, this time we meet in my studio for some amazing new how-tos.
Yeah, it's good to be here in Switzerland. We've got a lovely studio here, Urs.
So Urs, why don't you tell the good people exactly what how-to is?
Well, Karl, How-To is a fantastic educational resource from broncolor. We've created lots of reference images, each one with its own lighting diagram and description.
That's right, Urs, and to access this great information, you simply need to follow broncolor through their website or like them on their Facebook page for regular updates.
So what have you got lined up for this how-to video?
Today I would like to shoot fashion.
Yep.
And we have, as a model, we have Sharon here, and we dressed her all in white.
Okay.
The background is all white, and we shoot white on white fashion. And I try to solve the problem of the separation. You know,
keeping the white separate from the white background.
Exactly. Yes.
So your white background, you're illuminating with two soft boxes, I see.
Yes.
And your main illumination on the model is going to be?
The illumination on the model is the main subject we talk about. It's the para. We set up a 222 para.
Yep.
And I would like to explain a little bit how to work with para, because it's a kind of a different approach. It's not just the common work with softbox, it's a different way how to look at the light, how to change the light on a para.
Should we take a look at that para and how we're going to work with that?
Absolutely, we do this, yeah.
So as the Para 222, it's one of my favorite lighting modifiers. Tell me about how we're going to use this for this shot then.
I can understand that you like it, you know, because it's one of the most versatile lights.
Yep.
You can use it as a huge spot. It's a parabolic shape.
Yep.
It's very shiny. And so you get like a huge spot, like a huge Fresnel of about 2.5 meters diameter. It's amazing light.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But we use it differently today, and I'm going to defocus it.
Okay.
I'm going to defocus it, which means I change the lamp head's position.
Yep.
And then because it's very shiny, you see that the center of the para reflector doesn't reflect any light anymore.
No.
So it's dark from the center, and it's like a huge ring flash.
The edges.
So there are light coming from here, all around.
Yeah.
The camera. I will be here with the camera, and I have all side lights.
Yeah, you get these 24 little pockets of hard light, don't you, coming around in this big circle.
Exactly. All the 24 lights, they will hit the model in the middle of the body.
Yep.
But of course, on the peripheric, I have only half the umbrella active.
Yep.
Okay, so I must get just one f-stop less on the arms, on the sides
of the body.
Exactly,
Yep.
on the shoulders, on top.
Yep.
It will shape around the face very nicely.
And the beauty with the diameter of this light is the light can wrap around the photographer. It's such an easy light to work with in many ways, because you don't have to worry about any elaborate setup. You've just got this one light behind you, and you can concentrate on the model and the poses.
Exactly, yes.
Shall we get the model in then? Get started.
So, yeah.
Yeah, great, okay.
Okay, so today we have Sharon with us.
Hi, Sharon.
She is the model and the stylist. She does all together today.
Good, very talented.
Watch out, it's one of my favorite tables. It's more or less stable, huh?
What are you using, white acrylic here today, Urs?
Yes, it's white acrylic, and important, the shiny side is up.
Yeah.
And below the white acrylic, it's just white paper as well, that it's as white as possible.
Yeah, so you're getting a nice reflective, glossy surface.
Exactly. The idea is when I shoot white fashion on a white background, and I do this on paper, I need here, just next to her legs, I need a lot of light, and this can bounce back.
Yes, yeah.
Now the idea is that I have actually no light on the table, but the table appears white because it's shiny and the white background reflects in the table.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
Yeah. And you've got a couple of flags and blacks on the either side of the model here.
Yes, exactly. I explained before that we are going to use the para defocused.
Yeah.
When it's defocused, the light angle is very wide, very open, and you can see that my studio walls are not black. So I get a lot of light bouncing back, and the light that bounces back hits her here on the shoulders, on the legs, on everywhere around on the peripheric, and that's exactly where I have the separation problems from the white clothing to the white background.
So this just holds a little bit of extra detail to keep that shadow line, to keep the separation.
Exactly. This increases the contrast to the edges, to the both sides.
Yeah. So now we should be looking at the focusing of the para and checking from the model's perspective, I guess,
Absolutely.
that it's effective.
Yes.
So here we have to check from the model's perspective that the para is effective.
Exactly. That's very important. The trick is always to go to the model, look back,
Yep.
where's the light coming from. And when I do this now, I see the position is correct, it's straight to the model, but I don't see any light.
No, the light is almost missing. It's outside of the
It's
edge
outside,
of the periphery.
Exactly, yes. Yeah. Because I'm planning to start with a full body shot, so obviously the para is pretty far away.
Yeah, it's further away.
And this means that I have to refocus a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to do that while I check and
Yes,
see if the light
Yeah.
comes into the right position?
Has to go in a little bit more.
Yeah, there it's getting brighter. Maybe a little bit more. That's looking good.
Okay.
Now we've got a nice illumination around
Exactly, the center
the edge.
should be dark,
Yeah.
and the light should come from all around.
Yep, that's working nicely.
Great, fantastic.
Okay, so we're ready to start shooting.
Yeah, let's try this.
Okay.
Camera is ready. So, you can do everything you want. You can move around. The light is symmetrical, so you're absolutely free to go. Ready? Yeah. All right. Two more. Actually, this looks like a fantastic portrait.
That looks really good. So are you going to go in for some closer portraits now?
Yeah, because it looks really nice.
Yeah, and as we said, it doesn't matter that you're in front of the light. It's still going to wrap around you, so...
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Even when I stand here, there's no light behind me, so there's no shadow on her.
Yeah.
I can easily make close-ups from here. All right. Good. All right, so what do we have?
Let's take a look. Well, you've got lovely pure white on the background there, Urs,
Yeah.
and the model is well exposed.
Let's have a close look at this, because looking at the screen is one thing, but metering is better.
Yes.
So I have a look here at the brightest part in the center of the body, and I have a 240 average white. So this is
It's a good...
clean white,
Yep.
but not overexposed.
Yep.
And at the edges here, it's just around 200, even a little bit below.
Yep.
So left and right, on the
that
shoulders,
edge.
everywhere, just a nice
holding
fall
her
off.
on the picture. And we've got 255 on the background,
We
pure
got
white.
255 on the background, and we get 255 on the table as
On
well.
the table, yeah.
Exactly.
And,
of course, the power from the front helps as well a little bit.
Yep.
But even if I would use now power as a side light, there would be shadows on the table, but the shadows are reflected away
Yeah.
because of the white acrylic.
But it's really nice having that outline detail, that edge detail, that shadow, just holding her into the picture there.
That's exactly-
separating her from the background, even though she's in the white. So it's worked really, really well.
That's exactly the reason why I use the para. And the other thing is you might try to do this differently as well, but when you have side lights separating her, you have a given position. The model has to be here and look this way, and with the para she can move freely.
Yeah, more freedom, yeah.
Absolutely. I can move with the camera, I can make a close-up portrait, I can make a full body, she can jump and do whatever she wants, and the light is always just there with a perfect separation.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives you a lot more flexibility. The light's very versatile. The model can be more versatile, and you've got the freedom of movement as well. So it's just such a fantastic light to work with. And even when you went in to do the close-up portrait, you haven't really had to adjust anything. It's just straight in there, and you can take the shot moving forwards without moving anything.
We continue just another minute on the portraits.
Yep.
I get a little closer with the para, then I get more three-dimensionality, and I would like to show you how to create side lights with paras.
Okay, let's do
Let's
it.
do this. So we bring this closer.
Yep. And this is more the optimum shooting distance for the para, where the distance is almost the diameter of the light.
I
Close
always
enough.
shoot as close as possible, because then the light is further away from the axis, and then I get more three-dimensionality.
Three-dimensional on the
But
shot.
sometimes, like before when I shoot full body, I just need the distance.
Yeah.
But when I know that I'm going to shoot a portrait, I get closer.
But again, now that we've moved the light, we have to refocus and adjust and check from the model's perspective.
So now it's just the opposite. Before the reflections were outside, now the reflections are
too deep in. Yeah. So we have to adjust the light now again because of the new distance to get the peripheric of light in the right position.
Yes.
Now I guess it's too deep inside.
Exactly, it's just the opposite. Now when you're far away, you have to refocus a little bit.
Yep.
Now we are very close, and the reflections are not outside, but they're too far inside.
Yeah.
So I don't even use the full size of the para.
Yeah.
So in this situation, I just pull the lamp head out,
Yeah.
and now the reflections move all the way out. They move further away from the camera axis. I get more three-dimensional.
More three-dimensional. And at this sort of shooting distance, generally the focusing rod is all the way out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When the shooting distance more or less the diameter, then the lamp head is all the way out. That's
Great.
the thumb
Great.
rule. And everything else you have to check from the camera.
Yeah. I think this position and this setup actually gives the best lighting from this particular modifier.
Yes, fantastic. Little up with the head. Yep. Thanks. Good. Okay, I want to show you one more thing. If I want a side light, I don't have to move the para. I simply do this.
So just turn the para rather than create
Couple
a
of
light
degrees.
from the side.
Now, this side is inactive.
Dark.
It's not reflecting. This is reflecting like crazy. So all the light comes from one side. And I get side light with 0 time. Just a few shots and I can let you see on the screen how this works. Yes. Okay, just a yeah, and 2 more without glasses. Glasses down. Let you see more what's happening on the face. Yeah, good. And the last one, very, very, very last one. Good.
Excellent.
Thank you. Let's
take
have a look.
So Urs, here's the results, looking good.
Yeah, that's how we started, just symmetrical again.
Yep, you can see the lovely light of the para
Exactly,
in
you
the
can see
eye.
it in the eyes, it's as well explains the quality of the light. It's not one big soft light, there are 24 hard lights that bring an amazing...
Really giving that three-dimensional effect. You can see the shadow tone on the edge of the face and then the highlights here in the center, which is giving that perfect beauty look.
Exactly.
And
you can turn crazy, and play with reflections.
This was amazing seeing you in the glasses and the big para reflection in there as well. Fantastic.
Exactly.
I really like this one.
Exactly. Here we just, because I'm even closer, the light is further away from the camera and we have even a quicker fall off to the edges. You can see how nicely the light falls off on the shoulders.
Yes.
The
down
arm
the edge of the arm.
contours are almost black, So you get actually a high contrast, wonderful three-dimensionality.
Amazing, isn't it? Amazing.
And then by tilting, you remember the last thing, by tilting a little bit, you get immediately a side light.
Yes, and you've got that crescent moon shape of the light.
That's the explanation why it works. If I zoom in, you see that only one side of para is active and the other side doesn't reflect anymore. That's why I get a side light, not because I moved the entire umbrella, only because I tilted.
So I think really this how-to video has demonstrated absolutely perfectly the versatility of the Para 222 light and the many different types of shots you can do with it.
A few of the many types, we only used it defocused. You can use it focused.
Hard light,
Hard light with different angles. Again, we have diffusers and so on and so on. The limitations are never ending.
Sounds like you need to make another how-to video about all of those.
If you're around, let me know.
Maybe next time.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you.